Come into the room, family. Come into the room. I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Come into the room, family. Glad that you are here. Family, I know we're getting started a little early tonight. You know, we've been having weather issues out here, and we thank y'all for joining us. We thank you for being here. And let's get it going. We want to thank everybody for showing up, for you being here. We appreciate that, for joining us and being a part of the broadcast. Thank you for being here and supporting us. We support you whether you're in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, or Space Force. Now, I want to explain something up front when it comes to VA disability compensation that we covered in our last video, that VA disability ratings accumulate, or in the words of our brother Jay Oliver, they pile up. So you need to understand that if you start off, your first rating is 30%, you're not just getting the benefits for a 30% rating. You're getting the benefits for the 20% rating, 10% rating, and the 0% rating, because they accumulate. So you say, well, I got this benefit or this benefit at 30%. Well, no, you got the other benefits from the other ratings also. So if your first rating is 100%, that means you got all the benefits from 0 to 90%. And another important thing that I want to bring out to you, and I bring out a lot of things that I've talked about at the beginning of my channel. I want you to understand, when you get in your VA disability compensation, it's important when you get the package and it's approved that you get your rating decision letter, you get your VA notification letter notifying you of what the benefits are, and usually it tells you your back pay date and everything, stuff like that. Your VA rating code sheet, that's usually not in there, but you need to, that's important to have, in my opinion. And yearly they give you the VA award letter. Now, understanding that VA disability benefits or compensation, a lot of people prefer to say, is a federal benefit. And with that, there is monetary value in the form of financial compensation and other benefits. And this is the current schedule for 2016. I mean, not 2016, 2026. I apologize. It is not a government welfare program. It may be part of a government program, but it's a compensation program for our military service and the sacrifices and injuries that we may have occurred while we were in service related to the service. Now, another thing I'll let you tell you about our channel is we don't rank veterans here. Whether you're combat veteran, non-combat, male, female, officer, or enlisted, regardless of MOS, whether you're special forces or a cook, all are welcome here. And another thing I want you to understand is our contract does not, when it comes to VA compensation, does not prioritize combat veterans over non-combat veterans. So you can qualify for VA compensation regardless of your status as far as combat or non-combat. In actuality, it is based on an injury that occurs in the line of duty. That could be in combat, or that could be back on base. That could be doing training. It could be in different um, situations that you are. It could be while you're pumping gas at a gas station, off duty, and somebody attack you. You're in a car wreck. As long as it's not willful misconduct on your part, that you were drinking and driving, or you abuse your spouse and hurt your hand doing that. Now, I want you to understand it, because this has been a big controversy lately. My a couple of our brothers to come up with a thing. My view on it is that we were used as government property, and if you break it, you buy it. So they don't pay you out in one large sum, so they have to compensate us over time if we're injuries. It's part of our contract. Now, when you get into the room, just let us know you here. We're going to welcome you. And another thing we want you to do, once you have a 30% rating, make sure that you add your dependents, because it may take a while, sometime maybe a few month or so. Some people it taken over a year. So it depends on the area that you are in. So make sure that you handle that and take care of that. In addition to doing that, you need to also notify the VA when a veteran needs to be taken off, because you don't want to have to pay back any money back. Now, if this information is informative, please smash that like button. Or if we haven't won your, oh, we got Jason in here. Jason's in the house. Says hello. Hello, everyone. That's good. Jason, thank you for being here. Jason M., we're glad to have you in the house, my brother, as usual. Now, we do talk about certain little rules we have to keep down trolling and respecting the chat. When people come in, they don't usually come in acting rude for the most part. So we've developed the 4 T's. First thing they'll do is they'll tiptoe. They'll come in speaking to everybody, being nice, and that's okay, and you can't disagree on the channel, but they'll come in speaking nice, tiptoeing in, bringing good information, which is wonderful. Tiptoe, that's the first T. Second T, then they twist. They start changing the message. Well, did you know what happened over here? Now, that's not what we're talking about. That's why we stay on topic, or we don't speak on people necessarily unless it's regarding something that's going on in the news or something that's affecting us as veterans. Then they twist by trying to change the message. First they tiptoe, then they twist. Then the third thing they start doing, a little slick trolling. They'll start trolling, meaning doing stuff to disrupt the they'll do things that will disrupt the channel, the chat, and other people may not notice it, because they might do things that are distracting and distracts the group. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Now, so when they start trolling, they getting into it. We're just about done here. They'll start coming in. Now they're going to start being repetitive, got their confidence up. But then when they start getting checked, they start tapping out. That's the last T. So they go from tiptoeing, they go to the twist, then they start trolling. That's repetitive, trying to be off message, and then they just tap out. They quit. Now, family, we're going to get on topic. Anybody, before we get started, anybody new to the channel, you would like to let us know who you are, I'll let you know who I am. I am the H-Town Vet. and you are welcome here. This is an impromptu live stream. We usually do it at 6 p.m., and a lot of people gonna be mad at me, but the issue is the weather. I don't know what the weather's doing. It's very cold here, and I don't know if I'm gonna have power. So I say, since I have a chance, I'm gonna do it now. Thank you for your patience. So we're gonna get on topic now. And the topic for today is, what are the levels of protection for VA disability compensation? Now you say, what are the levels of protections? Yeah, H-Town can come up with his own term. I've taken the protections that they have for VA compensation and broke them down into levels. Now, the first ratings are unprotected ratings, which are temporary ratings. Then you have the 5-year rule that protect your rating after you've had it for 5 years. Then there's the 10-year rule when you've had a condition for 10 years. Then there's the permanent and total status, which gives you the most benefits with the least restrictions. And then there's the ultimate 20-year rule, where once you've had a condition for 20 years straight, it cannot be reduced unless the VA can prove fraud. So to qualify for these benefits, yes, you've had to gotten out of the military with at least an honorable discharge or general under honorable conditions. Sometimes with a bad conduct discharge, you can qualify for VA benefits, or sometimes you may not, depending on who at the VBA is rating your claim. But with a dishonorable discharge, no. Dishonorable discharge, other than honorable, that's what dishonorable falls under. No, you're not getting any benefits, because that's like a court martial, and you going out on you got to go to court for that, and that's a serious crime, and jail maybe. So VA disability compensation is broken up into segments. This is scheduling from 0 to 100%. Now, here's the issue, family. Okay, the reason that I created this video, and noticed that a lot of people were talking about it, and that's what I appreciate. A lot of content creators were talking about this here. Reduction anxiety, people fearful of being reduced, whether they touch their claim or not, whether they file a new claim or not. Who fears being reduced? Who have reduction anxiety right now or in the past? Let's just say, who's concerned about being their VA rating being reduced? If you have a 10% rating or higher, or if you have a 0% rating and you're fearful of losing that, put a 1 in the chat if you have fear in your VA disability compensation being reduced. Let us know. Now, there are certain events and time frames that will affect your VA disability compensation, whether or not it's protected or whether or not it can be reduced. So a lot of us, looking out the door, looking for the VA. I know when you get that mail, you wonder, is that reduction letter in the mail, family? And this is the big issue. Review VA ratings. So they have rules at the VA, but the VA has been known to break the rules, as the OIG report, that they tended to do more reevaluations on veterans with permanent ratings that they're not supposed to reduce. Now, if you have a rating between 0 to 90%, Most cases you can work. I worked with those ratings and it was no problem. They can call you in to reduce you, but however, in most cases, they don't bother with you. It's once you start getting with 100% ratings, or you send in evidence. One big issue that veterans do, if you send in evidence from your private doctor about your disability, but you let them get all your records and they find something out about another VA disability that you're service connected for in those records from your private doctor, they could probably reopen that claim too. So only send them the things that they request or need to rate your new claim. So there are 4 types of 100%. Temporary 100%, which there are several types of temporary 100%. That's why it's so confusing. And then we have 100% permanent total. The P stands for being static, not likely to improve. The total means you're paid at the 100% rate. So number 1 and 2 are scheduler ratings. You actually have a rating of 100%. Where when we get to number 3 and 4, they fall under unemployability. And these are extra scheduler ratings, meaning you're not 100%, but they're paying you at 100%. It's almost like having you're missing teeth and then you get teeth implants. So those teeth function as a regular tooth. However, they are artificial teeth. So you get paid at the 100%, not being that. With IU, it's a temporary 100%, okay? A temporary rating, and it's based on you not being able to work, being unemployable. So is TDIU. It's a permanent rating, but it's based on you not being able to work, because both of them are forms of unemployability. And we have our brother, we have some Zombie in here. I don't know brother, sister, but Zombie, we're so glad that you're here. Thank you for coming into the room. And if y'all want to shout out, say hi, all are welcome to do so. So just like there's they kind of switch seats. If you're talking about permanent ratings, that's going to be TDIU and 100% permanent total. You talk about temporary ratings, you're talking about individual unemployability, or IU, and temporary 100%. If you're talking about scheduler ratings, meaning you're actually paid at 100%, that'll be the 2 at the bottom. That's 100% PNT and temporary 100%, even though one of them's temporary, the other one is permanent. Then you have TDIU, which is an extra scheduler rating, and IU, which is an extra scheduler rating, meaning they pay you extra money because of your inability to work to meet the 100% threshold, but you're not actually 100%. Your rating is actually between 60 and 90%. Now, number 1, first level we want to talk about are the temporary ratings. This is when you really, the only protection you have is time. You have a certain amount of time that you can have the rating, but after that time limit is up, that's when it's going to be reduced or certain events happen. So temporary ratings. Temporary ratings are temporary fixes. There's a time limit on them. I can say they are temporary fix. So why they're temporary fix? Because they're for TDI, I mean for IU and temporary 100%, improvement will be ahead, or they believe that improvement will be ahead for IU, individual unemployability. Temporary 100%, they know improvement is going to happen after the surgery or after whatever corrective procedure and the rehab period. Now with individual unemployability, which is temporary IU, we're going to talk about that first. You can get that with a 60% rating. You can file for it. You may not get it. You have to be unemployable. You can get it with a 70% rating. There are certain requirements you got to go look. You could have an 80% rating. We talked about it in our last video, or a 90% rating. So you could be 60, 70, 80, 90% with the meeting the unemployability requirements and get paid at 100% with individual unemployability for a temporary time period. Now we have U.S. Army Grunt says, hello, H-Town, hope you had a great day today so far. Yes, I did, sir. And we're so glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. We're glad that all of you are here. Now, this is the way it works. You're not 100%, but you get 100% results, meaning you're getting paid at 100% rate. Okay? This is the same for IU and TDIU. You get paid at the 100% rate. But with IU, it fluctuates. That's the reason that it's a temporary rating, because you might have depression, but it fluctuates. Sometimes you're depressed, sometimes you're not doing as bad. Mental health ratings in particular are conditions that fluctuate. So they would fall under IU. I had IU for a mental health condition. Because it fluctuates, that's going to affect the severity level. You probably got it, IU, when the severity was high, but if it goes down, they will call you in for a reevaluation for IU individual unemployability, that is. Now, with temporary ratings, temporary IU rating, condition may improve. So you have a reevaluation. Usually in 3 to 5 years, they schedule mine. When I first got my individual unemployability, my IU, they scheduled it 3 years out. And then before the 3 years got there, they scheduled it further out. The rating may be lowered if they see improvement in your medical records or in an exam that they send you to. The rating may be increased if the severity got worse. They could either send you to TDIU, which is permanent form of unemployability, or they could give you 100% permanent total. Or it could stay the same. Now, what I did, I had an individual unemployability, IU, and I requested 100% permanent total and had the evidence, and they sent me to a CMP exam, and I got 100% permanent total. It wasn't that easy, but I'm saying you have to have symptoms that indicate total impairment for the condition. And some conditions do not have 100% rating. Mental health conditions do. Migraines, the highest you can get for migraines is 50%. Now we've talked about individual unemployability, IU. Now we're going to talk about the other temporary rating, temporary 100%. Now this is not so much based on a time frame for the most part, but it's based on corrective surgery, the condition likely to improve after corrective surgery or rehab period. Reduction, but paid for the side effects and residuals. So let's say you had prostate cancer or you had a knee replacement. And as a result of the knee replacement in particular, let's say you still walk with a gape or it causes, they will pay you for the residuals. You had prostate cancer, they remove your prostate. Now you have incontinence or erectile dysfunction, they will pay you for those residuals. Okay? So you'll get a VA rating based on that. Let me know if we're clear about everything. Now, with a temporary 100%, let's say you got that knee replaced. You got the replacement. That's why they're going to reduce you down, because they say they fixed the problem. So they do it after the surgery and the treatment period, the rehab, if you need a rehab. So there's another way to get a temporary 100%. Let's say you go to the hospital for something and they keep you in there for 21 days. That's another way to get a temporary 100%. You hear me? So when people say there's more than 4 types of 100%, no, there's not. Unless somebody can prove me to be a liar. There's only 4. It's just temporary 100% has a whole lot of temporary 100%, different types. Family, we appreciate you being here. So once you get out the hospital, so let you stay in there 21 days. For that period after 21 days, they pay you at the 100% rate, but you lose the 100% once you get out the hospital, that temporary. Now, prostate surgery. Once you had the prostate surgery, what's going to happen? They're going to, once the prostate is removed, they're going to reduce you for those individuals that have had that surgery. Knee replacement, surgery, and the rehab period. They're going to pay you 100% doing both of those. Mental health conditions. Dealing with mental health conditions, there's one where you have in service. So and in the military, if you got serious mental health, whether that be depression, PTSD, and other service-connected mental health conditions, they call these pre-stabilized ratings. And you go before the military medical board. They got a specific name for it. You know, I forget it. They will give you 100% for at least a year after you get out. That's when you should be getting your information together if your condition gets severe. Now, our brother says, U.S. Army Grunt said, that has to be service connected, right? Yeah, everything that you go in for, and I'm sorry for not making that clear. If you're in the hospital, VA hospital for 21 days, the last slide, it has to be for a service connected disability. If you have a knee replacement, it has to be service connected. The prostate cancer has to be service connected. It could be presumptive under the PACT Act, or it could be a direct service connection. Now, we got North guy in here says, good afternoon, putting on my armor to defeat a purpose. Let's see. To defeat a proposal to sever due to the VA closing my claim in error, and because it was closed in error, no adjudication of my neck. So my upper redic is now wrong. Now listen, this is what you need to really consider, because what happened, if they close your claim without properly notifying you or giving you a chance to let you, you can fight that. You can definitely fight that, because there's one veteran brother, they just closed his claim. Oh, but they gave him, you're talking about you had a proposal to sever. Put in, if you have evidence, put in like a notice of disagreement. I forget the term they use now, but you need to you got 60 days to fight against that and ask for a hearing. They're not going to want to really talk to you most of the time, but that's some of the advice I would give you. Oh, radiotherapy. Okay, I got you. So, okay, thanks. Yes, indeed. Now let us continue. Yes, you got 60 days. So whenever you get a proposal to reduce, you better sign that paperwork and put in your rebuttal. And I take it up there with a stamped copy. I wouldn't trust putting it in the mail, because they may say they got it, they may not get it. Sometimes even online, they've lost several claims that way. But whatever you feel comfortable with, some people say they get a receipt. I do stamp copies, so they have me on camera, and I got something that they take stamp on there, because this is so important. Now, let us know how that goes. Now, another one, let's say you're out of the military. Now, you're a veteran, and you got a mental health condition, let's say PTSD. and you get hospitalized for 6 months for a mental health condition, whether it's PTSD or any other service-connected mental health condition, you can definitely get 100% temporary for that once you get out. Did you hear me? You're gonna be 100% while you're in there because you're in there more than 3 weeks, 21 days. You feel me? Let's continue, family. So now I'm gonna kind of sum it up on temporary ratings. And come back to this slide if you ever get confused by it. Follow me. Temporary ratings. First one we're gonna deal with is individual unemployability, IU. The condition may improve over time. So there will be a reevaluation in 3 to 5 years in most cases, unless they extend the time period. So they're going to have periodic reevaluations. And if it's improved, they're going to propose to reduce. Now, temporary 100%, that is reduced after corrective surgery and rehab period. Okay? Family, are we doing it? Let's keep it going. And when that happens, they will reduce your percentage in either of those temporary cases. Next one is the 5-year rule. Okay? If you've ever heard of the 5-year rule, put the number 5 in the chat. If you've ever heard of the 5-year rule, we went over temporary ratings. Now we're going over the rules that protect your percentage based on you having that disability for 5-year rule. If you've heard of the 5-year rule, put 5 in the chat. U.S. Army grunt has heard of the 5-year rule. Okay. Anybody else? If you hadn't, you can put an N for no in the chat. Now let's cover the 5-year rule. The 5-year rule, and the law is at the bottom for the 5-year rule, 3.327 reexaminations. So with the 5-year rule, VA will not schedule periodic reexaminations for service-connected disabilities if the condition has remained stable, meaning no improvement, for 5 years or more. So each individual condition has its own 5 years. Whenever you got service connected for it, that's when it starts. That could be before the day you got your compensation. It's based on your award effective date. Your award effective date might go back 3 or 4 years before you file a claim. In my case, I filed a claim in 2004. It was denied. 2007, they gave me 0%. 2008, they went all the way back to 2004 and gave me 50%. So guess what? For that 50%, well, not 50% starting 2005. For that 50%, because they gave me 30% for the first year. For that 50% in 2005, once I made 5 years, 2010, I was protected if the condition remained stable and there was no improvement. You got a slight protection there under the 5-year rule. Look at the law if you need to know more. Look it up on Google. Now, in order for them to do anything after 5 years, if you have improvement, it has to be substantial improvement. Meaning it has to be, they define it and depends on what the doctors say that's evaluating you or medical records they find showing that you have improvement. It has to be substantial improvement. Can't be like, oh, you just doing good. You were breakdancing one day. Now you breakdancing and doing competition. You're doing a competition. But it can't be one breakdancing competition. You got to go to several. It has to also be continuous improvement. Okay? Substantial meaning a major improvement from how bad your condition was. It's gotten a lot better. And you've shown improvement over time, which is continuous improvement. Let me know if that makes sense to you. And another caveat I want you to know, did you know once you've had that disability or condition for 5 years, they can't reduce you without sending you to 2 examinations? Who knew that? If you knew that, put yes in the chat. If you didn't know that, put N in the chat. And it's all right not to know. I didn't know this until I first made this video some few years ago. Did you know that? That they have to have, once you reach the 5-year rule, they have to have 2 exams to reduce you for that condition. Come on, fam. Then next, we have the 10-year rule. Now, the 10-year rule was kind of alarming for me. Okay, the 10-year rule had me somewhat concerned. I'm going to tell it to you like that. With the 10-year rule, you can't lose your service connection all the way. They can't take it away from you with the 10-year rule. But listen, let me read it. So if you want to know the law, it's under Reexaminations 2, 3.327 for the 10-year rule. And it states this, not the law, but I put it in general words. VA cannot terminate service connection for a disability that has been in place for at least 10 years unless there was evidence of fraud. However, rating percentage can be reduced to 0%. So you might have had 100% for 10 years, right? They can't take away your service connection. Let's say it's for mental health, PTSD. They can't take away the PTSD. They can't take away the chronic fatigue for 100%, but they can reduce you down to 0. Did you know that? Let us know if you knew that or not. That's the 10-year rule. So the service connection is protected. The rating is not. The rating percentage is not protected, but your service connection, your disability can't be thrown out after you've had it for 10 years. So watch your different disabilities with these rules. Oh, how long have I had this? 5? Oh, I had this one for 10. Or I had this one for 20. Now the one you've had for 20, you locked in on another part of the game. We'll talk about it. That means, yes, your service connect is protected, but they could take you down to 0%. Okay, the next one is having a permanent and total rating. This is the next level of protection. And having 100% permanent total, we have a video about it using the same thumbnail. Go check it out. Look what he say here. They gonna fuss at me because they didn't know I was having this live stream. U.S. Army grant. Where is the 30-year rule? Hello, hell. They don't have no 30-year rule. 30 years, you supposed to be somewhere chilling. Now listen, Charleston, Eden and family, I guess H-Town not broadcasting from Cancun. No, I stayed home and the power didn't go out. I said I'm gonna do it early because it's real cold out there. I must say that. Now with the 100% permanent total, we're gonna break down how it works with that and TDIU. But the 100% permanent total in particular, that means remember, the 100% meaning your total. 100% mean your total rating. You're not an extra scheduler rating. You actually have 100% either combined or 100% for one condition. All right? And if you have 100% for one condition and 60 more percent, you can actually qualify for special monthly compensation and get an extra about $450. Now with 100%, back to this, 100% scheduler, you meet the criteria for complete or full impairment. So you have some symptoms that are at the 100% rate. Now, some conditions don't offer 100% rating. So I want you to understand that also. But for for those that are 100% permanent total, there are some things that you need to understand. If you have a 100% permanent total scheduler rating, so it's a permanent rating, that means it's static, not likely to improve over the remainder of a veteran's life. Now look at the weasel words with the VA. Not likely to improve don't mean that it won't improve. No future exam scheduled. You see the other weasel words? No future exams, but they add a little extra. Schedule. The VA always have exceptions to their rules. Permanent don't actually mean permanent, but we're going to clarify a lot for you here. Now, the next thing, there was a myth that was put out. Those are the first two myths. The next one is that people with 100% permanent total rating cannot work. Who thought, even to this claim, thought that veterans with 100% permanent total rating cannot work today? Because some people may know now because we've been in the room. Let us know. I wasn't for sure until recently. I wasn't 100% sure until I heard about it a couple of weeks ago. I knew it, but I don't trust the VA. Who did, even to this point, felt like you cannot work with 100% permanent total rating? Let us know. Now, but it says with a 100% permanent total rating, you can work without any limits on employment or income. But with unemployability, there are work restrictions. So you can work if you're disabled because you're being compensated, not because of your inability to work. Oh, Lord. Now, yeah, Lieutenant Gage says, he said, you can't work. Go look at our new little video clips we put out on that. Oh, you're going to laugh when we see it. But you have 100% permanent total, you can work. Now, let's see what our brother say. He said, I am at 40%. Let me pull it up where I can see it better. So yes, indeed. And we're going to get to the next one. U.S. Army Grunt says, I am at 40%, and because of my tinnitus and reoccurring rectal prolapse, leaking, and uncontrollable bowel movements, I had to stop working 5 years ago. Now, let's say he's 40% and he can't work because of this situation. Do he have to be 60% to file for unemployability? No. If you got a 20 or 40% rating, generally it's at 60%. He can file now. And if they don't help you, get people that will help you fight that. Come on, family. Did you know that? U.S. Army Grunt? If that's the total rating that you have, look into filing for unemployability. That's why and living on early retirement SSA. So you need to go file for unemployability. Each time, I thought you said it had to be 60%. Yeah, that's the general requirement, but there's people that can get it with a 20%, and if it prevents them from working. I didn't until watching you guys. Come on now. Yes, indeed. Come on, family. See, we ain't telling no lies around here. You can work with 100% permanent total rating, other than, like we say, Lieutenant Dan. Oh, look at this, family. Even with 100% permanent total, there are exceptions to the rule. Follow me. And a lot of you may know this already. If you open a new claim, it could put your permanent total at risk. If you falsify evidence, there's 8 reasons. If you falsify evidence to get your 100% permanent total, that can put it at risk. You get incarcerated. What percentage you go down to if you have 100% permanent total rating? What percentage you go down to? Even if anywhere from 20 to 100%, what percentage do you go down to? If you get incarcerated on a felony for at least 61 days, what is your percentage? Somebody put in the chat. Then if there's a VA error, they gave you your 100% permanent total in error, they can take it back. If you go to jail on a felony for 61 days, it has to be 61, it has to be on a felony, they can reduce you down to 10%. What if you're 10%? They're going to cut that in half and give you half of the 10%. What's half of $180? Whatever was half of about $90-something. Now, if they send you to a CMP exam, they schedule one, and you say, you know what? I don't know about all that. I'm 100% permanent total. I'm not going, because let's say you open up another claim for something else, and they sending you to a CMP exam for the thing that you're 100% for in permanent total. You say, I ain't going for that because I didn't file for that. And you don't go, you miss that exam, they can reduce you. If there is a law change, they can do it. If you have no proof, so if there's a law change, they can do it. They're trying to change the laws on 100% permanent total now, I have a feeling, if there's no proof of your status. Another thing that I didn't put here, I got it later. The 8th thing is because 20-year rule works on your behalf, but that doesn't, you ain't gonna get reduced. If you're a fugitive of law, they're gonna freeze your accounts, partner. I'm letting you know that now. But the other thing is, 20-year rule, you're protected you'll be having the highest rating, 100% permanent total, with no restrictions. With the least restrictions. Now, listen, North guy says we should be able to file mental health claims due to the VBA claims process. Yes. Now, why? Tell me why you think we shouldn't. Tell me what I missed. I agree. Are they not letting people file mental health claims? Let me make sure I read that right. We should be able to file mental health claims due to the VBA claims process. I filed one. I mean, tell me if they resisting or they being difficult, let us know. Now, other than 100% permanent in total, there's another permanent rating called TDIU, or total disability individual unemployability. Now, with this rating, this is just like IU. Well, I'm slow. He say he was making a joke about VA claims. Y'all know I'm slow. I was born at night, probably last night. And Jay Oliver, everybody show love. He's in here. Now with TDIU and IU, if you have those ratings, they're based on you not being able to work. And as I was telling my brother earlier, let's say you have a 50% rating for PTSD and you got serious problem working because of violent outbreak, but you don't have a high rating, you might be able to file. In most situations, maybe not, but given certain conditions, you may be able to. If you're having problems in employment, you have work limitations when it comes to TDIU, even though it's a permanent rating, because it's under unemployability, there are work limits. One limit is you can't make above the federal poverty level, which at the time of this video is about $15,060. And another thing, other than that, you have to work in a sheltered environment for the most part. And this gets kind of vague. One day I'm gonna have to ask Raider HQ how that works, because it seemed to be a kind of, so you kind of have to work where, you know, you can work less hours, work at a family business. You can work off to yourself. There's certain accommodations they make for your disability. Now, let's see what our brother says. U.S. Army Grunt say, you good, H-Town. It took me a second to get it as well. At 65-year-old, I am slow as pond water. That's a good joke now here. That's a good joke, man. Oh, that's why I say LOL. Okay. I'm like, man. That's a good joke, though. I should have saw that LOL. Now with TDIU, and I wouldn't suggest anybody, you listen to me, that has you file for 100% and they give, instead of giving you 100% permanent total, they give you TDIU. Unless you got somewhere you really have to work, I don't know. I'd have to, in my opinion, take it and go from there. So with TDIU, which is a form of unemployability, the condition is static, just like 100% permanent total, not likely to improve significantly over the remainder of the veteran's life. And the next thing that's just like 100% permanent total, no future exams scheduled. Now, this is where they start to differ, because with 100% permanent total, there's no work restrictions. However, because TDIU is based on being unemployable and it's an extra scheduler rating, you're not actually 100%, but paid at the 100% rate. And it's locked in, it's a permanent rating. It ain't going nowhere. There are work restrictions because you got it based on not being able to work. So inability to work must prove service-connected disability stop you from holding a job. So one of the first things on the unemployability letter is the last day that you worked. Now, it can be one disability rated between 60 and 90%, as we described earlier. But let's say you don't have a 60% rating. It could be two or more disabilities totaling 70% or more, with one rated at 40% and the other ones adding up to that 70%, okay, or higher. Now, income limits we talked about must be below the federal poverty level, $15,060. Gainful, that's right, not able to hold gainful employment. Gainful employment, that's right. If you're not able to hold gainful employment, I need to put that in there. And remember, this is to make up, you're not 100%, but it's like a tooth implant. It's to make up the difference. You hear me? So you got a full set of teeth, it's just some of them are artificial, right? Where somebody with 100% permanent total, the teeth are real teeth. The person that's TDIU, they got a full set of teeth, but they're not all 32 of them are real, but they do the same function. You get paid the same amount. So both of them, other than the employment restrictions, are the same. 100% permanent total and TDIU, other than the work limitations that fall under gainful employment and unemployability. That means that with TDIU, just like with 100% permanent total, your dependents qualify for CHAMP VA healthcare program. That's for the dependents of disabled veterans rated 100% or have TDIU. Now listen, if you are a veteran that is a retired veteran with 20 credible years out of the military, whatever the branch, your dependents can't get CHAMP VA. They have to use TRICARE, okay? Because if they qualify for both, they can only use the TRICARE. Now I'm gonna tell you another thing, another trick to get around that. Are you ready? J. Oliver say, ground pounder. Yes, indeed. Now, the trick around it is, let's say you got out, retired 20 years, but your spouse is 100% permanent total. The child can qualify for the CHAMP VA. And you being a dependent of the veteran that has CHAMP VA and you can't get it because you got TRICARE, you have to get it to your family. You can get the CHAMP VA from under the spouse. Let me give you another example so it's clear to you. Let's say you were married and you and your spouse break up and y'all have a child together. And you end up getting 100% and they have 100% permanent total. Who gets the money for the child? So you know how when you're over 30%, let's say you 30 to 100%, who gets the extra income for the dependent? Which spouse gets it? The one that files first? The one that's taking care of the child? Who gets the extra income for the child? Y'all let me know. whether that be TRICARE, let us know. Extra money, the mother. Now, okay, let's see. Now, let's see. He say the mother, okay? Well, no, both parents will get the extra money. Both parents will get the extra money. I've seen this happen because they both qualify. Isn't that wild? Now, with Chapter 35 educational benefits, that's something that you get if you're IU or TDIU. I mean, hold on. TDIU, correction, not IU, that's temporary. TDIU and 100% permanent total. Because with individual unemployability, I didn't qualify for Chapter 35 or Champ VA. You only have to have a permanent rating at 100%, that paid at the 100% rate, either TDIU or 100% permanent total. Now, I don't know if they get both of the educational benefits. That would be kind of confusing. If both parents is 100% permanent total, I don't know. That's an interesting question to answer. I'm assuming they won't, but they will. Both parents will get the extra money for the dependent. Uh-oh. Now we're on the last one, family. We've been doing this for 56 minutes. The last level of protection is the 20-year rule. With the 20-year rule, and this is under provisions of disability ratings. Preservation of disability ratings. 20-year rule, a disability which has been continuous. That's the key word. That's the trick bag. Continuous, meaning for 20 years, you had a 0% rating at least. And let's say you might got raised to 10%, but once you started at 0% and you got to you got to a certain way, you got 10%, but they reduce you back to 0. Once you've had at least a 0% rating for 20 years, they can never take that 0% rating. Same for any other rating. Once you've had 100% for 20 years with no reduction during that time, that's why I mean continuous. It didn't go down. It can go up, but it can't go down. But you can't go up from 100%, right? A disability which has been continuously rated at or above any evaluation of disability for 20 years will not be reduced. Will not be reduced. Unless it involved fraud. That's how you got it through fraud. Now that would be an issue. Just as we've said, Mr. Dennis Paulson did. He had about 19, I think he may have had his disability, some of them for 19 years, but he had the other, I think he was 100%, not for 20, but almost 20, but he was like 30% for 20 years, but he lost all of it because it was due to fraud. His situation was he was paralyzed somewhat, getting out the military. But the problem was it was not continuous. He'd be paralyzed sometime, then he got better where it wasn't the issue no more. And he didn't report it to the VA. He had to pay them back, owed them, I think, about $6 million. Because he getting Social Security and everything. He was doing Ironman challenge. He in that wheelchair coming out of court, but that man could do cartwheels. Because the VA will watch you sometime, so you need to be careful. Yes, and we have a video talking about veterans about the fraud. And we also have the one with the VA doing their little shady stuff. Veterans are still being required to attend unwarranted medical reexaminations for disability benefit. So the VA doing their dirt too. So I slid that in there. Now, once you got that the rating you want, whatever it is, and let's say it's 100% permanent total for 20 years, or you've had a 10% rating for 20 years. Let me see what I've had for 20 years. 2000 and was it 4? 2004. So let's say 2005. What's 20 years after 2005? 2025. So 2025, I had 50%. So I'm locked in with 50%. Now I'm, good on the other end of the game, but they could never take the 50% away unless they could prove fraud. So once you make your anniversary without fraud, you're 20 years, you're locked in, whatever rating that is. But any new conditions that you get after the 20 years, they have their own 20-year time requirement. So you go in there and now you find out you got diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Now that's going to fall under another 20 years. All right. But if you go to jail, to my knowledge, if you go to jail, even with a under the 20-year rule, that you may not be protected because you're still getting federal money. So while you're in there, you may not get it. They'll reduce you down to 10% if you have 20% rating or higher. So like we said, you have to be incarcerated for 61 days on a felony, and they reduce you down to 10%. If you're already 10%, they reduce you they give you half the 10% amount. They let you stay at 10% though, I think. Now, Charles say, so 20-year rule is like retirement disability. Some like locks it in. It's like becoming tenured. You're no longer under the services of the VA. Don't ask me how I know that term. Don't ask me, I'm not gonna tell you. The VA is no longer providing services for you. They're not monitoring your disability or nothing. As long as you ain't committing no fraud to get it, they can't mess with you. MC Hammer can't touch this. Family, I hope we did it. And as we said, if you're a fugitive of law, whether you're 100% permanent total or you got it under the 20-year rule, you get your disability. I'm good. Yeah, don't go to that bank checking for your money. Don't go to the bank checking for your money. Hold on, this thing here. I forgot I got it like a little video thing. Uh-oh, you go there, they gonna have that money locked up and they might be looking for you. When you're a fugitive of law, no, they're not gonna let you keep getting your money. They're gonna contact the VA. Okay? The police departments or the whatever you call them, people that go from the marshals. Now, if you have legal issues, watch our video, Veteran Court. They will help you get help if it's not too serious of conditions, but talk to them. Even if you had a less than honorable discharge, that they help veterans with that too. And they have this in several states. They have it here in the Houston areas. And many times, this run by the state governments, and many times the VA will work with them to help the veteran. Now, the program here in Houston is intense. Some veterans say, no, I don't want to do it. Like they got a DUI. You gotta go to therapy at the VA. You can't miss nothing. And some veterans say, I ain't doing all that. I just give me my time. But when you get through, they'll wipe your record and probably help you get your benefits. The Fugitive VA edition. Oh Lord. Oh, I didn't mean to make it sound like that, brother. Family, we did this thing. Now, did we go over all the rules? Any of them that are not clear to you? This is what we try to do. We don't just talk to you. We want to bring scholarship. Every veteran channel should bring something that helps the veteran understand what's going on with their benefits. We talked about temporary ratings, the 5-year rule, the 10-year rule, the permanent total rule, and the 20-year rule. So you'll have full security once you get to the 20-year rule, as long as you didn't do nothing bad to get that. So did we answer the question? If you have 100%, and we talked about, and 1 out of every 4 disabled veterans have 100% rating of some type, either temporary 100% permanent total, IU or TDIU, one of the four. I want y'all to be honest with me now. If you had these, do you still feel if you go get a job that it's a trap, even though we've explained that what the work limits are, or with 100% permanent total, you can work. Do you still feel suspicious? Or if you was to get it, would you feel suspicious? Do you think they're trying to use a job as a trap to take away your VA disability compensation? If you believe that they're trying to use it as a trap, the VA or some government agencies, put a Y, yes, in the chat. If you don't think they're doing it, put a N or no in the chat. Let us know. Folk Rehab, come on, get you a job. We'll help you. Then you think they're going to take your VA compensation down? Let us know. Now, what are the levels of protections for VA disability compensation? Now we need to know, did we answer the question? Let us know. Put a Y in the chat if we answered the question. Say, I am broke, I can't. Can you answer the question? Did we answer the question there? Did we answer the question? Put a full yes in there for that. Okay. Did we answer the question? Now, family, if this information has been informative, please like, share, and subscribe. We want to win your subscription. We want you to be a part of this channel. Did we answer the question, family? See, if we tell you it's a hit, that's just what it is. We don't bring information that's not backed up by facts. From time to time, we'll make errors because some things become updated, or a few times, just I misspeak, so I do apologize. So we answered the question, said Jay Oliver said we answered the question. Brother Jay Oliver said, yes, we answered the question. Charlton said, I feel better about work. I feel better about VA work trap. Yes, answer. Look who in the room, fam. I'm gonna get y'all. Salute. Rage Pepper in here. Salute. Now let me get back up here. Is that Idaho? North Idaho guy says 100% yes. Family, this is what we're trying to do. And I want to give a special thanks to Raider HQ. This man has helped me grow my channel. And, I haven't been monetized yet because y'all know every time I go to do it, I start making more videos. But I'm trying to work on that, family. So pray for me that I can get that done. I submitted, I don't know if I did it right. And he tried to help me. So family, because there is some cost involved in getting all this the stuff I do. And hey, why not be rewarded for doing something to help the vet? Now, Jason M said, yes, we answered the question. Now listen to U.S. Army Grunt. Thanks, H-Town, for the great live stream, sir. Yes, indeed. Family, that's all we doing. We just about done, family. See, I want to keep them around an hour. But I got to ask you a question. Have you looked at your milk carton lately? Where is Pastor Dougie? Where is the Secretary of the VA, Doug Collins? His age, we don't know. Well, how would you recognize? What is he wearing? A VIP badge. Last seen October 6, 2025 on our behalf when we got attacked by who? We got attacked by the Washington Post. He had nothing to say and they threw a rock at him. A hit dog holler, right? But he only spoke up when they criticized him, not when they were slamming and sliming us up. Rage Pepper says, that guy is MIA for sure. Yes, indeed. Has anybody seen Dougie? I thought he loved a camera. Now, family, a little bit about our channel before we leave. So we appreciate y'all, fam. Our new releases that are out. We just released this one here, dealing with is Lieutenant Dan becoming the Grinch that stole the benefits of disabled veterans? Is he becoming the Grinch? Will he become the Grinch that stole the benefits of disabled veterans? Go and watch me and Raider HQ chop it up. And that's his turn. I just put it into visuals. Look at it says, Dougie in Cancun. Oh, y'all something else. Rage Pepper say MIA, then Rage Pepper say Snoop Dougie Doug. Y'all cutting up. Go watch our video clips, please. These are shorter video clips. Go back because we want to keep them those views up, and we want y'all to be informed. Watch our video where Raider HQ deals with a boss Karen. What do you call him? A high-level boss Karen or something, he said. Oh, man. That dude was cutting up. That dude was so butthurt that he come to my channel. Is Raider HQ a Raider now? I said, man, don't be coming talking slimy about people. He don't say much. You really can't block him or something. He just be saying little slick comments. U.S. Army grunt. He hates non-combat veterans for sure. Oh, that's what that guy is. Okay. So, because I was wondering, this guy, what is called John, this John guy. Now, because I didn't know him, he was making a slick comment about me. And I didn't know but Raider knew him and y'all knew him. I didn't even catch it. Now, Charles said, Betty Bob shipmate, you snow sledding? Oh, look at her coming as my sister in the room. Hold on, did I miss something? I went all the way down. Betty said, hello all. Now, she been busy. I saw over there when Raider HQ was over there doing collabs with Sib Dib. He been on the chitlin circuit. He been out there. You understand? Our brother getting the message out. I told you. Let me tell y'all something. Don't you be fooled by Raider HQ. Raider HQ is gangster. He's like Mr. Rogers, huh? Remember, yeah, Mr. Rogers was nice, kind, but he was also a Marine from what y'all told me. Mr. Rogers say, everybody should be treated fairly. Don't you think so? If you say so, Mr. Rogers, because I don't want no problems. Now, I always loved Mr. Rogers growing up. I'm from the hood, so it was weird to see a person with 2 sets of shoes. He came home, got out of some shoes, and put on some other shoes that look like regular shoes to me. And I'm like, man, well, why would he do that? Oh, Betty Bob say, hello, Grunt. But we know that Mr. Rogers touched a lot of our lives. Now, listen, U.S. Army Grunt say, Lieutenant Dan hates non-combat veterans, and John, both of them. Wow. Look, we got somebody in here down here. Let's see what we got. Betty Bob say, I didn't get the message from UH-Town. Sorry, because I just up and I knew it wouldn't be as many people because I just put it up a few minutes ago. I want to wait till it's done. Remember, when I try to do it last minute, sometime it freezes up when I don't download. I would have done it early, but I didn't know how long it's going to take me to finish the slideshow. Now, plus you said you were not coming on today. I lied. I mean, because I wasn't gonna come on, but it didn't. The power didn't go out, and I'm not for sure later on because it's very cold here, so I didn't know if it'd go out later. And go over there. I think Raider HQ might have something later. Check him out. I'm gonna be over there. Jay Oliver, because I didn't know what this weather. Now Jay Oliver say Lieutenant Dan hate non-combat Army grunt. I got you. Yes, indeed. Now let's see what we got. Everybody show little Georgia Joe. LOL someone said he was a SEAL, but wasn't true. Who is that? Which one said that? Tell us which guy, which guy. So we got Georgia Joe, 1972. I was 68, Georgia Joe. And my people come from there. We've been in Texas for 170 years, but we come from Jackson, Georgia, and Florida. You know where Jackson, Georgia at? Georgia Joe? Now listen, I want to go there. I want to go to Jackson, Georgia. I got people that's buried up there. And I want to go see their gravesite. Now, Charleston say, oh, Betty Bob's got H-Town telling false. Look, y'all know me. I apologize. Now, that's one thing. I say, no, I ain't coming on tomorrow, but I usually don't. But, sometimes I slip up. I love Mr. Rogers. I grew up on him. So did I do, LOL. Yes, indeed. Now, say, H-Town, you lucky. I be stalking you. She got me looking out the window. I better go close this window over here. I better close it. And Betty saying hi to George. And then we got, y'all chatting away now. And family, look, this is what's weird. You talking about me being a mind reader. That's what he was saying. How you know to pull this slide up? I did this today. And when he was on Sib Dib channel, Radar HQ, he talked about what I was going to go over today. So is he a mind reader? Oh, man. Say, brother, I live 5 minutes from there. Oh, man. Oh, man, you, what? Man, that hit me there. Georgia Joe. That hit me. I got to get over there. I got people buried there. I got people. They got it fenced off from what I can tell on television. But I'm gonna have to ask them, will they please let me in there? I might need your help, to talk to them for me, because I got ancestors buried over there, And I may need your help to talk to them. Because, I'm from the other side. I'm from the slave part of the family. So my great, 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 great grandmother is over there. I'm pretty sure she's buried there. And I wondered, would they just let me in there for a little while just to go, show my respects. Now, Betty Bob said, oh, Charleston, Z, you going to get me in trouble. Now, listen what U.S. Army grunt say. Mr. Rogers, welcome to the neighborhood. Be my friend. Yeah, yes, indeed. Now, I live in Stockridge, Georgia. Now, I don't know whether, is that going toward Atlanta or away from Atlanta, toward Savannah and to the coast? Let us know. Now, Betty says 16 likes and 11 watching. We used to have family reunions at High Falls. I wonder where that's at. Now, Betty Bob say Charleston H-Town theme song is I Got a Feeling Somebody's Watching Me. Yes, indeed. Don't trigger my paranoia. Oh, boy. So watch that. This is a good one where it's talking about where you can work. While you have 100% permanent total, the person over Miss Tan, who spoke before Congress, said there's no work restrictions if you're 100% permanent total, and unless you have unemployability or TDIU. There are no work, and so watch that video clip dealing with that. Watch this video. We talk about the Department of Veteran Affairs, 100%. Is it what we would call it? Is it reduction proof? And you get more detail over there. Now, Jay Oliver say her name is Nina Tan. Nina Tan spoke up for us. Now, I don't know if she pro-veteran. Now, yeah, let us know what branch. If you're new in here, let us know your branch of service and when you serve and the state of country you're living in. We know you in Georgia, but Georgia Joe say, I was in the Navy from 1991 to 1998. Well, I was in the Army from 1988 to 1992. So our time overlapped, brother. Now, Betty says, Charleston, that is amazing. Yes, indeed. Oh, I missed something. Oh, that's what's amazing. Oh, they say Betty Bob should make H-Town 2.6 some, so someone is. yeah. So yeah, somebody watching 2.6 thousand for that one. Guess what I got for the other one? Hold on, fam. Guess what I got for this one? It's right up right here. That's going on 3,500 views. Within how long? Within about 3 or 4 days. It was already 2,000 and like in a day and a half. So thank y'all. And I want to thank, I really want to give a lot of thanks. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of thanks to Raider HQ, because Raider HQ, he don't mind helping you. Some people will come, and they'll be just being nosy or got a ulterior motive. Him, he's straight up, in my past experiences in life. But I appreciate he comes straight out and just was helpful. That's why I told him, if he took my woman, I wouldn't be mad at him. I'd give him a pardon gift. Now I'd have to pop a few in his direction now, just to keep him honest. Now listen, I lost a child in 1995, which is buried in Georgia. Wow, that's deep. My condolences, brother. So we got U.S. Army grunt. Wow, look at that, 1991. Look at this. U.S. Army grunt, Army 1977 to 1991. Wow, bro. Wow, fam. Say, Joe. Yeah, condolences, Joe. Condolences. And prayers with you, love with you. Yeah, that's what we're here for, to look out for each and support each other. This is an interactive live stream. Now, here we go. Lieutenant Dan, if you see him somewhere yelling at trash cans and, arguing about our benefits, pray for him. Now, this is another video that we did dealing with Matt Walsh, who was criticizing a gentleman that's running from Maine, who's running for, I think, the Senate or Congress. I'll say the Senate, I believe. And he running, but he's 100% disabled veteran because he was, in the military, and, he got injured. And Matt Walsh was really trying to drag him about that. I don't think a lot of times he's saying, like we're milking the system, They don't know how the system works. Is it our responsibility to tell people how the system works, or is it none of their business for civilians? Everybody show condolences and respect to Georgia Joe, the loss of his child. Now, Betty Bob say, Joe, so sorry to hear that. Yes, indeed. And Charlton say, prayers, Georgia Joe. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We don't forget. Then this young guy, I don't think you should get any disability forever. Why y'all got to get it forever? And he get veterans going over there, and it's, we should be going on these podcasts. We could podcast talking to these people that's anti-veteran. So let's see. Okay, he's speaking directly to him. I'm sorry. If you put that symbol, I don't read it. So our channel here is meant to be informative, number one, to veterans. It should also be we're interactive, respectful, transparent, protective. Like when our brother George just sharing with us, Georgia Joe, 1972. We ain't playing. Nobody get to play with that. Protect and troll free. This is our mission statement. Now George say, look at that guy going after Sean Ryan. Old Patches. Who's going after him? Who's going after Sean Ryan now? Now, I say stuff about Sean Ryan, but I ain't seen him talk too crazy about us. Who's going to let us know, Georgia Joe? Who's going after Sean Ryan? Now, listen, Charlton say, that's a good question, H-Town. Should we explain? Should we explain to those that don't understand our benefits, the VA disability benefits? Should we explain how they work? Because they think of it as welfare. They think of it as we getting a handout. It's Navy SEAL going after Navy SEAL. Now that's sad. I don't like to see no veteran go after each other. But that's not good. You know, you can check people that ain't doing right, but you try to get with them, you know unless somebody out of pocket like Lieutenant Colonel Gabe, Lieutenant Dan, that is. George, hold on. Let me get his name. Yes, indeed. I think I heard that. Ben Crenshaw. That name sounds familiar. Yo, Crenshaw. That congressman from Texas, Crenshaw. Is it Cran? What is it? Yeah, I'm from Texas. Ain't that something? Why all the crazy people got to come from Texas? Ben Crenshaw. Okay. Now, it is no one business. I will say the same way went to Ty. Now, Jay Oliver says civilians that are anti. Oh, you saying ain't nobody business? Okay, Betty Bob, because they not telling you they business. Jay Oliver says civilians that are anti-vet can kick iron painted rocks. Wow, wow, I think that would hurt. Wow. I think that would hurt, Jay Oliver. Now, Georgia Joe, 1972, he's a Navy SEAL congressman that has a patch over his eye. Yeah, I've seen him. Now, listen. Okay, Charleston, you got to watch it. Joe, you mean the SEAL? So you got me looking at the SEAL pirate from Texas. Oh boy, yeah, that's it. Y'all out of control. Now Betty Bob say they could have went to the recruiter station like all of us did. Well, let's be honest. When we went, let me ask an honest question to you. You be honest though. Did you know about benefits? Many of us didn't. Some may have. Did you know about veteran benefits when you signed up for the military? I did not. I knew nothing about veteran benefits. I knew nothing. I was signing up because I was trying to get somewhere. Listen up and say, nope. So he say here, Brother Georgia Joe, 1972, say, man, he's the one who said he was going to blank Tucker Carlson, take him out live on TV. They had a recording of it. Did he get in trouble? Now, I don't know what that means, y'all. I don't know how to say that. That means, yeah, no, I don't know what that. Oh, you mean me? Like a pirate. Oh, boy, you out of control. No, when enlisted. Okay. Georgia Joe say, it took me from 1998 until 2002 because I was told when I got out that I didn't get benefits. I was told that too. They told me to apply once I got out. Saying Georgia Joe say, nope, he didn't get in trouble at all. Wow. Fam, this is wow. So that's our mission statement, family. We don't hero worship here. If you served in the military, in the line of duty, and you got injured or you didn't get injured, we have respect for you, whether that was line of duty was combat or not. Now listen, U.S. Army Grunt says, even getting out in 1991, VA rep only talked about burial stuff and GI Bill, nothing else. You know what? That's kind of how it was. It wasn't nothing back then. I got out in 92, a year after you. Now, Betty Bob said, yes, my father went to the VA in the Bronx when I was a kid and went with him a few times as a kid. Wow. That's something. Betty Bob say, it was 1971. I was 3 years old. I was 3 years old, 2 or 3, depending on what month. Now, here your opinion counts, okay? We like to be respectful. We don't even have, you can disagree. People disagree, but you can't just keep saying the same stuff and you ain't backing it up. Or you just make your statement and keep it moving. That's okay too. Now, our live streams are on Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. We did a little earlier today. And we do have impromptu lives, like we're not doing the one this evening at 6 p.m. because I'm doing it earlier. And I'm gonna call it quits. I don't like the cold. It is cold down here. Yes, indeed. I think, let me see. It's 34 degrees, family. Feels like 26. So it ain't 34. If it feels like 26, it's 26. And we have other videos, shorter videos that we put out. Sometimes they're clips from the larger videos. So please watch them. And I appreciate the support. And if you haven't subscribed, smash that. We ain't going to go over law tonight, but we will be going over it soon. I know I keep pushing it off. Thank you. Now, any information you get from anyone, myself, any other content creator, a person helping you with your benefits, a claims consultant company, or even VSO, a veteran service officer like the American Legion, DAV, Disabled American Veterans, or Veteran of Foreign Wars. Verify the information you get, because it can really have a devastating effect on your claim. Now we at the after party. Any last statements? Anything you want to say? Questions, concerns? We're at the question time. And feedback, reviews, opinions, comment about what we talked, anything. And the weather. Let us know what the weather looked like where you at. In particular, what's the temperature, too. Betty Bob says 12 degrees and still snowing. Here, it's been raining and very cold in the Houston area. They say it's expected to last until Tuesday, January 27th. My Lord, I'm gonna have to get outside. I'm glad my niece. Oh, look at this here. Look, let me tell you something. Mr. Ray, you all right with me. You know what I'm saying? Look, when I get my food stamps, I'm going to do something real nice for you. Just joking with you, bro. Everybody show love to Mr. Ray, because when I first met him over on Raider HQ's channel, I just felt a positive energy in the way that he communicated in the chat. And always when he had a chance, stop by. So everybody is, Ray, R-A-Y, but yes, indeed. Ray, Mr. Ray, y'all showing love. Show love to Mr. Ray. He come over here, he'll come over and check in on us. Thank y'all. Betty Bob said hi to him. Now say I keep missing. This one is supposed to be at 6, but because of the weather so bad down here, I'd be concerned about, power going out. It's like really cold. Don't get this cold down in this southern southeast Texas, we would call it. And so I did it earlier. Everybody show love to Ray. Now we do our live streams, my brother. So if you want to catch them on a regular basis, and you can watch our clips, but our live streams in particular, let me show you what the thing is for anybody that wants to know. We just went over it, but I want to make sure you know. Our live streams are on Mr. Ray and whoever else would like to know, the new people here. The live streams are on Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. And we do have impromptu lives and we put out shorter video clips. So you can watch those too, between a minute and some of them up to 25 minutes. Usually about 7 minutes. So Ray, we're glad you're here and we appreciate you, brother, for showing up. And we're about to do it. And we thank y'all for being so kind. Let me see. Y'all told us what the weather was where y'all was at, and we're going to get ready to close out. Now, let's see what our brothers say. Yeah, these impromptu ones make my head spin. Earlier, Raider HQ was on with Sib Dib, and he might be going live later. Check and see. Everybody go over there. I'll clip it in the chat. Yeah, let me check real quick. Because he didn't have one up yet, but he said he might. Let's see what he got here. Hold on, what's that? Why did I hear myself? I don't see anything. But be looking out for it. Because he did have it up here earlier. Why do I hear myself? Am my sound okay, family? Let me know. I guess that's the way it is. So, fam. Okay, look. Give me a second here. Now my stuff acting up on me. Why I can't click on my stuff? Now it's trying to get me to get you out of here. Hold on, brother. This thing am I on the wrong thing? Oh, I had two windows open. So sorry. Was it double talking? Now listen, Mr. Ray says, yeah, I know, but he canceled. Okay, he canceled. So let me see here. Then Gialva say 36 cloudy in Louisiana. Let us know where your temperature, if you don't mind telling us, and we're going to close it out. But while you're doing that, I want to say thank you, brother, for showing up, Brother J. Oliver, and the continued support and the positive energy that you've always brought here. Let us know what that temperature like, if you don't mind. And Mr. Ray, 504, thank you so much. Always coming through, bringing that class in the room. Now, listen, brother Charleston. I say Charleston, but it's supposed to be Charleston. How I supposed to say it? Charlton, I think. I don't know. I'll be mispronouncing it. Thank you with your humor and getting me to laugh in front of everybody. And we thank you, Betty Bob, for all the information and resources that you give us. U.S. Army Grunt for the continued participation. Georgia Joe, 1972, thank you for coming in. We hope we can win your subscription. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. And all of y'all click on notifications. And then we have, let's see, and condolences on the loss, of your child. Now listen, let me make sure I ain't missed nobody here. Y'all came in here, y'all was talking. Jason, thank you for being here. Thank you, Rage Pepper. Thank you also. North Idaho guy, thank you for being in the house. We appreciate you. If I miss you, don't charge it to my heart. Don't charge to my head, not my heart. You understand? Make sure. Then we had Zombie, but the first person in was Jason M. And we thank you, Brother Jason. So let's say good night to each other, family. So let's see what we're going. We got, okay, we have 19 likes and 12 watching at this time. Say sound, okay, the headset, okay. Is it better now? Because I closed it out. Tell me if you can hear me now. With 14 degrees, stop snowing for now in Pennsylvania. So Mr. Ray says it's 46 degrees, and I love it. I still have had my AC on last night. Yeah, you sound like my daughter and niece like freezing me out. They like keep fans and stuff on in there. If I don't turn the heat on, they won't. They be all right with it. Man, family, I really enjoyed y'all, and I appreciate y'all showing up tonight. And we're gonna do this here. And our goal is to keep working with those that work with us. When it comes to y'all, I'm gonna do my best to work with you. When it comes to other content creators who want to work, good. If they want to work, good. If they choose their mind not to, we look, ain't nothing stopping. We gonna do this thing. And thank God for people like Raider HQ who actually reached out to show support and love and help me a lot. And y'all have done so much, and the people that he brought over with such positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mr. Ray. Thank you so much, Mr. Ray 504. And I want to say good night. Have a great night, my brother. Good night, fam. Let's say our final good nights. I'm sitting here, huh? My niece done cooked some of them. I don't know what they call them things. Little tortilla thing with some beef in it. Quesadillas or something. I don't know. Let us know, family. Good night. Because we sit here, y'all be here, y'all stay here. Thank you. Well, family, I'm going to get ready to pull. We covered the issue tonight and we talked about it. One key thing I want to get clear. That I really want to make clear before we leave is that when we did things, we did it in our line of duty. And I appreciate and respect combat veterans, but also those who served, who got injured also, or that did not get injured. We all service is honorable, that's honorable. We don't pick and choose. So you serve our country and you got out without being hurt or injured, God bless you. If you did get injured, whether it was in combat or not, as long as it was in the line of duty, we got nothing but respect. Betty Bob say, H-Town, enjoy your week and stay safe. I will. Now, Charleston say, good night, shipmate and H-Town family. Yes, indeed. Say good night, Charleston, Zimmerman, good night. And family, good night to all of y'all, but I want y'all to know that that's what it's about. That we are government property. I just take some of the words that our brother Raider HQ say, and another brother in the chat say, I think 66, if they break it, they buy it. That, you know, some of us got injured during our military service, and their responsibility is to compensate us based on our contract. And I want to say thank y'all. And, you know, I really appreciate y'all tonight being here. We're going to, I'm going to pull up the slide that we covered tonight on the way closing out. And I really appreciate you. And I want to say to all the family, good night, stay warm, stay safe. And until next time, if you don't see me here, I go around to different other channels now. And, you know, of course, Raider HQ, and we try to support each other because I appreciate the support that y'all give me. And keep watching those videos, fam, when you get a chance. And keep loving and supporting each other. Good night.